What's up, guys? Welcome to Drink Up a Richie Tea again. We're out here at Hill Country Distillers in Comfort, Texas. We're about to sip up a very, very unique spirit. I'm gonna be hanging out with James and John, awesome dudes that have started something totally new in the spirit world. And yeah, we're gonna be sipping up and drinking up some of their stuff. Make sure you guys are subscribing, hitting the little ding, commenting, checking out everything. The podcast is on Food and Beverage Magazine, Instagram and Twitter. We're posting up something new every single day. And yeah, guys, let's walk in and let's drink up. So. One of the main signature cocktails. And what's in this, man? What's the spirit? One of the most unique spirits in the world.
This is our Texas prickly pear. It's actually made from prickly pear cactus pads, no corn or grain. And it's also distilled one time, and it makes the best mule you have ever had. Cheers. It's fantastic. We're good to have you guys here. James was able to make it today.
I know, I was here.
Head distiller.
Pop up some barrels. Head distiller. Doing some crazy experimental stuff, which we'll talk about here in a minute. All right, so let's talk about the thing that started it all.
The one that started it all, the Texas prickly pear. That's what's in your mule. That's our #1 drink by a long shot. But you can do a ton with this bottle. We make everything from a great mojito, which is normally like rum, to the mule, which is vodka. And believe it or not, we have restaurants serving a margarita made from the prickly pear cactus. So Popo's restaurant, one of their top drinks is the prickly pear margarita made from this product, no tequila.
Such a versatile, it's with the sweetness, and it has the plant like acid.
Yeah. And the fact that it finishes so clean is really what sets it up as a great cocktail mixer. You know, that you can just, you don't have that aftertaste of the corn and grain that you have with everything else. So it really sets itself up great.
Zero bite.
Really, same thing with the jalapenos, because they're made the same way. That, you know, we really use the same process. It's basically just switching from the cactus and the mash to the jalapeno to mash. So the same thing here. You end up with this great jalapeno flavor, great jalapeno aroma. Oddly enough, no heat.
Yeah.
Never bite you.
Just touches the spice. Yep. Because I've had this plenty of times.
Yeah.
Bring the Bloody Mary, which is their signature Bloody Mary with that.
Yep.
But I think the other cool thing is a lot of people come in looking for like jalapeno spirits are infused with it, and it's like, well, this is not even infused. This is made from it.
That's correct. We don't put the jalapeno in the alcohol. We put it in water to make the alcohol. That's what makes this unique. As far as we know, there's still nobody in the country doing this. We're the only ones. And with the craft distillers competition every year, this is won a bronze medal the last 2 years in a row. So I'm real proud of that.
Oh yeah, big time.
So it allows us to not only make the best Bloody Mary you ever had, but Texans love jalapeno. So it's evolved to where this has gone into every drink. We make jalapeno mojitos, jalapeno mules, jalapeno margaritas. So the sales of these two, it's almost 50-50 now.
The next cool one that I know is cool, 'cause I'm a big gin guy.
That's right. Well, I think this is the first one that really caught your fancy.
Yeah,
we did.
When we talked about it, it was pretty awesome. Because you're using, I mean, everything's from Texas.
Oh yeah, well, everything, you know, you notice that every one of our labels starts with Texas, you know, and that's what it's all about. We only sell in Texas.
Yep.
And that's the way we want to stay. So we were trying to figure out, what are we going to do with this gin? I don't like gin. I've never been a gin fan, but our customers wanted us to make gin, so we did, and they loved it. So we decided, okay, we're going to make it Texas. So we use the same mash here. So it starts off with prickly pear. Nobody's a big fan of prickly pear cactus in Texas. If you ever fall into it, you'll never forget it your whole life.
Yeah, I've done that.
But we also have this other unique deal. Gin, as you know, has to be made from juniper. Most gin in the world uses variety juniper called common juniper. That's what gives it that really strong, harsh finish that you got to have tonic just to cut it. We use ash juniper. The Texans know it as the Texas cedar tree. Nobody likes Texas cedar trees. If you've ever had cedar fever, which is going on right now, it will put you down. It will get you. So here we take a hated tree and a hated plant and make a really fine gin out of it. So that's why we call it Texas Revenge. But it's really great because it's so smooth that you can drink it on the rocks.
Yeah, I mean, I've had it straight.
Yep.
Had it in a martini. And I had it with another one of your, I think one of your signatures that y'all have on the menu. I think I've had it with that too.
And I'm not even sure you've had this one. This is our latest product. It was just launched a couple of months ago. We will bring you a taste in a minute. This is the aged gin. We call it Viejo, old gin. It actually was just launched. We now have it available, so it's in distribution. So these are the lineup that will be available in stores. And that is a very fine tasting product. James, would you go get him a sample of that so we can taste it? But I think you'll be quite shocked at that. I got to tell you how this happened. They were going to open the new hotel, the Bevy, which is a DoubleTree hotel in Brandy. And they came out here because they wanted their bar and everything in there to be all Texas. And they were looking for some more spirits to put into the bar. They were Texas, and they knew we were right down the road. So they came out and they tasted all this stuff and they loved it. Well, I got all excited because I had these people here and we were up tasting stuff out of barrels, and I had them taste the gin right out of the barrel. And I goes, I want that. And it's like, we haven't even planned on bottling this. We don't know what we're gonna do. I said, I've got to go get a formula approved, I got to get label approved, and label approved by Texas, and then do the printer. I said, I'm never gonna make your deadline because this hotel was opening in 2 months. And they go, we'll wait, I want it. So the reason we launched this product is because of the Bevy Hotel. They're the first customer. And it is on the menu at the Bevy Hotel.
Get the wood. Not a lot though.
No, it's not that old.
It's like sweet citrus. A little bit of heat that I like.
Yeah.
I love the heat.
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm one of those people that just loves the full body. So I'm like, I don't really like the natural.
The citrus is coming from the lemon peel and the orange peel. You know, you can. I don't know why it shows up more distinctly in the aged product.
Wait, look at the color on it. And you can see that it's definitely non-chill filter. There's a couple things flowing in there. You want that. You always want that more flavor.
You know, yeah, and not only that,
What takes flavor out of it?
we try to keep our products as basic and fundamentally simple as possible. You know, like I said, none of these products except the coffee are filtered at all.
You can sit there straight.
Yeah.
You could make a really killer old fashioned in Manhattan.
Oh yeah.
Even though it wouldn't be, because you're using gin, right? It's a little different. I mean, you can make a crazy amount of variation on Tom Collins.
Yeah, this product I think is going to do well. It's going to take a while to catch on, you know, because
Gin's coming back though, I think.
Oh, I know.
I'm
I
telling you,
agree.
Gin's
I
coming
agree.
back, and people are, you know, especially during the summertime.
Yeah.
Gin and tonics are the way to go. The dry, citrus, freshness. Well, we're in Texas, everybody, so
You bet it. You bet. This is the way to play the game, you know. So, like I said, this is our lineup that you can find in the stores. So these over here are the ones that are only available here.
those are ones that people don't realize.
People, unless they come out here, they don't know that we make 4 fruit liqueurs.
Yeah.
Of course, they know about the coffee.
You know about the cayenne.
But the fruit liqueurs are along the vein of a limoncello, you know, but we do it quite differently. We take the cactus alcohol and we put just the zest of the citrus in there and let it sit for a month, and we strain it off and add a simple syrup of water to 50 proof. So simple to make except for that zesting part.
Yeah.
It takes 3 pounds of zest for 5 gallons. Well, that's a lot of zest, you know.
But I've had a couple of those. I haven't had all of them, but I know the ones that I've had, I really enjoy the way the quality of them is. For being so simple.
Right. Yeah, they're very complete. You're going to get a great aroma of lemon. You get a great flavor and taste of lemon.
I think you should get as well as a lot of chefs can use certain ones used for cooking.
Oh,
Huge.
Oh, absolutely. Matter of fact, you mentioned the World Food Championship. We were in it this year with our jalapeno. Next year, they said we need to get one of these into the dessert category, so that they could use it in making dessert. So we're working with the World, because now the World Food Championships in Dallas is close to home. It's in Texas. I want to be in it again.
Yeah.
It was a great event.
Huge, definitely every year.
This is one that is our pride and joy. This is actually the aged version of the cactus. We call it the cask finished. So it's amazing what a great whiskey flavor you get without any corn or grain. Everybody assumes that corn and grain are the dominant part of whiskey. No, barrels.
85% of your flavor.
Barrels.
The barrel.
Yes. So we use a combination of charred oak and toasted oak, American oak and European oak. So we're really developing our profile. It's taken us 5 years to figure out what works best.
Time is the best way.
You bet.
I mean, a lot of people want to just kind of just brand it and just.
No, it's
go.
taken us
It's like, hey, you gotta take some time to experiment. That's why it's like great products.
and that's what also, this is batch number 9. We do real small batches because it gets better the longer it sits in a barrel. So why do 2,000 bottles? Just do 400, sell those and then do another one.
Yeah.
And then the flavor's even better the next time and better the next time. So our all of our aged products are evolving to be, as we mature, they mature. And we're getting better at it, and we're really developing some really great flavor profiles. And we're really proud of it, but each batch will always be unique. We're not going to ever try to figure out one flavor. Every Jim Beam bottle is the same. Now, 5 years ago, 5 years from now.
Blended. So I love the fact of always doing something new and getting different vintages, because I call it like a vintage, like wine with you.
Exactly.
So, and when I have all these guys that are out now talking about their, they're talking about bourbons, they're getting like single barrels and all this.
Right.
Then you realize it takes a different vintage every
That's
single
right.
time, and it tastes different. The weather was different that year, the humidity.
That's right.
The whole aging process.
And you're going to have that uniqueness, and we're still developing all of those different profiles. We talk about something unique.
It's limited. That's
It's
the other
very
thing, too.
limited. Check out this puppy. This is Texas Brandy.
Yeah, the first.
The first Texas Brandy. We aged this for almost 5 years.
So I want to show everybody this too. So 5 years aged, I want you to look inside of it.
See all that in there? A lot of people get taken aback, and I mean, you want that in there. This is flavor.
Yeah, we do not. We keep it very natural, and like I said, the less you mess with it, the better it's going to be.
Yeah.
Every time you run it through a filter or something, you're taking a little off of the top. So we've decided.
The more you take out of it, the more it becomes like vodka.
The floaties are good.
Exactly. But I've had people that are like, yeah, what's this? I'm like, it's good. It's alcohol. Drink it. But that's fantastic. When I was here with you before, a while back, when you told me about this, this is batch 2, because you sold out already.
Batch 1
was boom after
went out the door so fast. It was funny because we were almost out, and one of our local really good customers actually ran into one of our folks at the store, at the grocery store, and just happened to ask, say, so y'all, how y'all doing on the brandy? And they said, I think we only have a couple bottles left. He said, sold. I want it. Don't let anybody get them, because he didn't realize we were that close to out. So he bought all the rest of the bottles that were left. Because we only had a couple left, and he took them. So they're on his shelf.
And so, and I want to tell everybody where the grapes are coming from.
Yeah.
Because the grapes are getting it's really cool.
The grapes are, it's all coming from Texas wineries. So we bring in the wine from the Texas wineries. I actually had somebody ask me earlier, is it all Texas grapes? No. I'm guessing about 85% is Texas grapes, because the people I'm getting the wine from are really focused on Texas throughout. Texas grapes go to the Texas wine.
100% Texas.
But we distilled over 40,000 gallons of wine, so I can't 100% guarantee it. So anyway, it is majority by far Texas. But we started off primarily with Cabernet Sauvignon, then some Cabernet Franc come in, and now we have barrels of Tempranillo and Malbec and Roussanne We even have some orange, believe it or not, some orange muscat that distills off wonderfully floral, and I can't wait. It's gonna be a blender. We'll blend it in. Oh,
still really
some of our
cool.
brandies that are gonna be coming out in the next couple of years are gonna be outstanding. Because another thing that we're doing, we can't afford French oak barrels, but we now have bought French oak, cut it into 1-inch cubes, and we're toasting it ourselves and adding it to our barrels so that we get that French
We'll go look at that.
flavor. Yeah, I'll show you outside, and you will be amazed. So, you know, we're getting into the Romanian and the French oak, which are normally wine oaks, you know, and we're going more to toasting than char, because char is there because corn and grain are harsh. They need the char to really filter it and smooth it out.
Right.
Well,
Round it out.
wine goes into toasted for a reason, because wine, being a vegetable, is much, you know, much
It's not as
smoother to
harsh
start
as
with.
heavy.
Yeah. So we're learning that we still do some toast, because the toast gives us that bourbon and whiskey aspect of it. But the flavor profile is developed so well on toasted for us, and you'll see that in some stuff we do
excited.
outside.
Oh, I'm excited.
You'll see that outside.
What do you mean?
Let's go see the distillery.
Yeah, let's check it out. See where all the magic happens.
That's right. So this is where everything is made from scratch, start to finish. You know, we don't buy any alcohol, we make alcohol. So these are our two babies here. This is how it all happens. These are very, very modified alembic stills. And what I mean by that is they are literally one of a kind. These were made by a company called Rocky Point Copper Stills in Paducah, Kentucky. And this tall tower was designed by a guy in Norway to make fruit brandy. And we were lucky enough to get a hold of this still, because he wasn't going to be able to take it for a year, so the guys decided to sell it and then build him a new one. And since we are working with vegetable matter and fruit all the time instead of corn and grain, this actually was perfect for us. Now, we weren't smart enough at that time to know, that that's what we needed, but it was perfect. The tall tower allows for a lot of reflux action, so that you get a lot of purification and refinement of your alcohol.
I mean, it's got a great length for sure.
Yeah. So you get this huge action going on, and this is one of the three really main things that we can account for that give us the ability to make a single run product unfiltered.
But it looks like it's
Make it that
easy to
smooth.
clean too.
Yeah, it is. You know,
Some of them are difficult. I mean,
They're very difficult to clean.
Pain.
But we can reach inside. You can basically reach inside here with a spout, a water spout, and clean it. But once every so many runs, we'll actually put white vinegar in with water, and actually kind of steam clean it inside out. The worst is when we're cooking wine. When we're distilling wine, there's a lot of stuff in wine.
Grapes, all the
Yes,
everything
and
comes from
it
the
actually
skin.
builds up inside up here on the top, under the hood here, and you can actually pull it out and go, ooh,
Yep.
green goo, you know, or purple
all
goo.
that stuff gets stuck off of it,
But
yep.
no, it's kind of easy to clean inside out, you know, and just go ahead and steam clean the whole column. This part right here is really an important part of the process. We leave it in place all the time because the more copper you got, the better.
Yeah.
Because you're going to purify your alcohol. But this is called the gin basket. This thing actually comes out, you unhook it here, you crank up the deal and lifts the column up, and this comes out, and there's a copper colander built in right there. So the most delicate way to make gin is steam infusion. Instead of putting your botanicals into the mash down here, you hang them up here. And the steam alcohol, your ethanol goes through and picks up just the most delicate of the flavors, not any of the heavy oils or
It's not
anything.
super harsh.
Exactly. So we'll put our juniper berry and our lemon peel and orange peel and cinnamon sticks in here, all the botanicals, and let it steam off and make it. So what's really cool is you think about it. I'll show you the mash in a minute, but if we put the prickly pear mash in here, and there's nothing in here, Texas prickly pear comes out here.
Mm-hmm.
Put the same mash in here, put the botanicals up here, Texas Revenge Gin comes
Right
out
there.
here.
Everything's made
So
right here.
simple.
Easy.
So each one of these
Add
products
more
has a
and more.
really unique story of how in the world did this happen?
How you come up with it? Mad scientist right here.
There you go.
Somewhat.
He does. He
Yeah,
does.
we'll get to that. I don't know.
Let him show you how we make this stuff. James, you take over.
Well, we start out with the pads over here.
Mm-hmm. Here's the beginning of the process right here.
Now we go out and harvest this in the wild, no, local ranches. I've got gate codes to several ranches.
So he just basically will take this and hack it off with a machete,
You ain't gonna run out
throw
of
them
it.
into the barrels, and bring the barrels back.
You ain't gonna run out of it. That's for
No. Unlimited source of raw materials for free.
Mm-hmm.
How good is that?
Because no one really wants it. That's
Right.
It's, yeah.
During the wintertime, we have a little bit of a problem. We have to drive south
Yeah.
because the flavor goes down into the root.
Look,
Yeah.
Texas
But
hot.
So we go down to Divine, Texas in the winter and harvest down there. But you'll see this 2 barrels, is be what he'll do. He'll get actually 4 of these barrels at a time when he goes south. But we want it fresh.
Yeah.
When you
Fresh
cut
and
fresh cactus, it smells like you just mowed your grass. It's wonderful, clean garden smell. It's fabulous. And
Fresh,
then James, tell him what you do
we
next.
bring it back in here, and I put on my raincoat, look like a flasher.
And goggles, and gloves.
No gloves, no gloves. I take the tongs, hold it, and just slice it up into thin slices. And we bring it in
You
here.
have to do it in slices.
Oh, absolutely.
Because there was a reason.
That's good.
Yeah, we learned that slices were important.
Then we bring them in here and put it into a mixture of water, sugar, and yeast.
Gotta have sugar.
Gotta have sugar to make alcohol.
Gotta have yeast.
Yeah, the sugar's our driver.
Got to. That yeast is gonna eat up those sugars and it creates the.
Now it's going to stay in there for
Alcohol.
about 20 days. This one, we're going to pull all the liquid out tomorrow and put it in the still and distill it. It should produce about 250 bottles of prickly pear cactus. That'll be happening about 7:30 in the morning.
And when they first put it in here, you hear all the sizzling and the bubbling and the and it's in here. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Pretty
When
cool.
it really first starts and the temperature's just perfect, it actually will look like you added soap because it's bubbling so much it creates a foam on top. It's cool,
Like a brew.
and you can smell it and you can hear it.
On this you can smell. You can smell all the almost like even just like hints of like a vinegary.
It's about a
Sounds weird,
13.5%
you know what I mean?
at this point.
Which is actually kind of high.
Yeah.
13.5%,
Not
which
all
is up to the
like
upper
that.
scale.
Yeah.
But that's why we can get away with a single distillation because we will do a single distillation about 115 to 120 proof.
That's always good.
On
Less
one run.
Less distillations the better.
Exactly.
Always.
And like you were saying inside, you saw the floaties. By doing a single run and not filtering it, you end up with the purest essence of your product
Yeah.
going right into the bottle.
I mean, you gotta have more flavor in it.
Right,
That's the thing.
right.
I mean, also, what also affects the, I guess, consistency too. I always like your liquids. I always say like it's either like skim milk, 2% whole milk, and you get those real rich
That's right.
like whiskeys or scotch.
That's a good way to put it.
I do.
I've never been able to explain that to people.
I always
That's a
tell
very good analogy.
Yeah.
Is milk. Whole milk is like
Real heavy, thick,
0%
rich.
is like.
And that's the thing. I've always explained it that way. I mean, I do it on a.
That's a good way to put it.
I do it that way. That way, it's easier for people to explain. I mean, you gotta explain it to them.
Yeah.
Like, what milk in here? I don't taste no milk. And I was like, no, it's like the thickness, Yeah. So it's one of those things.
But people don't gather why not filtering it and not all the extra processes make a difference. Because you're keeping the product
the flavor.
unique and real, by doing it the way we do. I have told people, I said, I think we have the most fundamentally simple way to make legal alcohol that there is.
Yeah.
We don't
Super
cook it.
simple.
We just stir it once a week. In this process, that's all that happens for 3 weeks is it gets stirred. Once a week, it sits there in the temperature-controlled environment. The yeast does all the work.
Yeah.
Throw it in there. What kind of yeast are you using?
Oh, well, that's
I can ask that.
I can tell you that. I'm not going to tell you exactly, but I'm going to tell you
If I can ask
that we use an old European strain of
Okay,
yeast.
awesome.
That was one of the big challenges to getting our flavor right. We kept using the
European James.
we kept using the yeast that the corn and grain guys use, and it just didn't come out right. Just didn't come. We just were not happy. And I finally called back to Kentucky to my buddies over there that built the still, and I said, "Man, I need some help. It's not working." And I told them what we were doing, and they said, "Well, give us a couple days. We're going to talk to some people that we know, and we'll get back to you." And they called back and they said, "We think it's your yeast." Okay, what does that mean? They said, "Well, you
many
need to
strands?
throw away all the stuff you've been using."
So many strands of yeast.
Well, it's like everybody in corn and grain is in this family of yeast over here, this limb of the tree.
And you're
They
not,
said,
and you're not that
you
limb.
need to, yeah,
You're a new
he
limb.
said, "You're more like champagne. You need to go over here to these old European." So I bought,
See, that's cool.
I bought 8 strains of European yeast, and that was it.
Yeah.
We had it within 2 weeks. We had the right final product.
And a lot of people don't hear about stuff like that. I do like to say that too. People don't think about how many strands of yeast there
Oh
are.
my God.
I mean, well, there's different types of sugar
Yes.
too. I mean, there's so many different.
Yep.
They don't think about that. They're just like, oh, it's just this, and this. I'm like,
Well,
yeah, this, and this. But there's like a million things of this. There's a million things of this.
The people think yeast is yeast. I said, no. There's distiller's yeast, there's vintner's yeast, brewer's yeast, baker's yeast, and each one has thousands of strains.
Hops. Think about hops.
Oh yeah,
There's a million styles.
That's
of
right.
Hops, and you know,
that's
and
right.
that's a whole other episode.
Yeah, we'll talk about hops.
All right. So my favorite thing to do with James is to go.
Go play in the barrel.
Yes.
All right, go play the barrel.
Go check out some barrels.
Well, maybe by then we'll have a rail put up. That's what the insurance company says. You got to have a rail around this whole place.
Right.
Yeah, that's not happening. So, all right, James is going to take over
James,
from here and
would you
let
like
you
to
taste the
So
stuff.
what do you experiment with? That's the stuff I want to taste. The stuff that's crazy, the weird stuff.
We
and
probably
the good
got about 8 different wines we've distilled up here into Brandy. We've got some distilled beer. We've got
That's
aged
right.
gin,
The beer's
aged
cool.
cactus. What do you want to try?
I say beer. I say beer.
We'll do brandy first and the beer.
Oh, okay.
It was 130 proof.
Whoa, too cool.
That's where it's at too. Get that nice smell.
It's a single run, and it came off at 130 proof. It's been in the barrel now for a little over 3 years. So it's probably sitting at about 138, 140.
I'm getting apricots for sure. Brandy, dry fruit, medium. Okay. Yeah, so you're not heavily toasting either. It's got a great color to it. Wow, great spice. It's real tart up front, but then it
Yeah.
smooths out on the back end. That's nice.
Good stuff, isn't it?
What you got? What's interesting
Really?
about this particular wine, this is part of a giant run that was brought in a tanker truck. We had
4,000
one
gallons.
winery bring us 4,400 gallons, primarily Cabernet Sauvignon. They mixed a couple other wines in with it, but it came in a tanker. So you saw all the totes in the other room. We had to empty all of our totes, both stills, and another 300-gallon container to offload 4,400 gallons of bulk wine at one time. And then our little stills went to work day after day after day distilling it. So when you see this stuff, this is our single biggest run of wine ever. And think about it. I got a lot of barrels of that good stuff right there.
When do you think about releasing?
That one probably won't be for another year.
And it will be.
What we want to do, you've tasted batch 1, you've tasted batch 2. We want to be known as the Texas Brandy.
Yeah.
Okay, so the way I look at it, we've been doing this for over 5 years. We have at least a 3-year head start on every other distillery in Texas. Why not go for a home run?
Yeah.
Why not? Don't go for good, go for best.
Yeah. Be the
You know, so we're going to put these out in small batches and just let it go. and keep those batches at maybe 400 or 500 bottles at a time.
I agree.
And maybe 1 or 2 barrels, at a time.
And that's what's
And you'll see these, and then you'll see next door. We're putting up lots of brandy. It's going to come down to his expertise in blending, as to
Tasting.
how dang good we are.
tasting too. I mean, it all comes down to palate.
This is beer. You ready for some beer?
You gotta explain it. I want definitely James to explain how do you even think of this? You know what I mean? This is really cool and unique.
The key right there is what malts do you blend?
Yeah.
So we found those 3 main ingredients in a local beer. So we bought a few thousand gallons of beer, about 5,000, and we started off distilling it.
One run?
After the first run, we figured out it's better to let it go flat first.
Yeah.
Because when the foam starts coming out of your still, it's not a good thing.
Rookie mistake. Rookie
So we
mistake.
let it go flat, we distilled it, and it came out at about 82, 83 proof. We wanted it a little bit higher, so
Yeah.
we double distilled
It's
it.
the only thing we've ever double distilled.
Yeah.
You need a little higher proof sometimes, especially if it's
Oh
one of
yeah,
that barrel.
how
You
about
got
154?
Yeah, you need that, like for sure, because of all the sitting there evaporation.
Right.
That's the big thing.
That's the only thing we have grain in.
And we are in Texas. That's true. That is anything out for grain.
Now this
One
is
of my
a
guys.
1-year-old brandy right here. Where you going with? What is this?
We've been talking
Oh,
about
the
beer.
DD beer. All right. Okay.
Yeah, this one makes you work to get in it.
Yeah, I know. When you actually hammer a bung in, it does definitely go in. There we go. All right. We're ready to hold on to your seat.
Oh, I'm excited.
This is the good stuff here.
Now we put this in there at about 154 proof.
I taste this one? No.
Yeah, but we're not going to let you taste this one either. There we go. This one has been in there, what, 3 years?
Let's see. Hang on.
That dates on. Gotta make sure.
Yeah, we did everything. So
We gotta make sure you put the dates out on. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah,
That's a big deal.
April of 17. April of 17.
It's got the craziest smell to it. You can almost smell hops. And depending on what hops are in that beer.
When we first tasted it about 6, 8 months ago, the hops were real heavy.
It was almost like you had a scotch and chased it with a beer.
Look at like this.
But in the last
Citrus apple.
Yes,
Look
but
at
in the
that.
last 4 months, the hops have laid down very nicely.
Yeah.
Just from that barrel. What kind of wood is that? Same?
That's American oak.
Just American oak, straight
Now,
American
this
oak?
is no, this
So
is
this is-
actually
It's
peat
a peat
smoked
smoked barrel.
American
Wow.
barrel. Yeah, that's why you get this beautiful color at this age.
But it smells so fresh, like fresh hops. It doesn't smell like.
I know. When you taste it, the hops go away.
The hops are in the finish. You'll find the hops totally at the finish.
Mm-hmm. Super long finish, obviously, because of high proof. Super coating.
Yeah, our goal is to try to figure out where we're going to buy more. We're going to buy 5,000 gallons of beer again
Yeah.
because this is
This is
phenomenal.
something.
And this is something I'm sure there might have been people that experimented with it, but they haven't been doing it right. Probably that's why they haven't put it out. if they are.
But I think the still that you put it out on makes a big difference.
Yeah,
Really
big time.
does.
We get so much purification in those stills that we can do things other guys can't simply because of our equipment. Again, you're drinking it. You can drink it at 150
I know.
proof. We're thinking about putting it at about 100.
Yeah.
At 100, it's mellow and so fabulous. Okay, you insist.
I'm not gonna say no.
Oh, Richie didn't get any.
It's all.
Bring it closer.
James always takes care of me.
Can't waste anything because this is going to be a $100 bottle.
Hey. I
This is
understand
going to be
that.
$100 a bottle.
See how the cameraman likes it.
And there's only 3 barrels of this, so it's going to be real limited edition.
When they release this, you definitely need to look out for it.
So this is a tribute to the Dachshunds. This is going to be called Long Dog Whiskers because they won't let us call it. By the way, this will not be a whiskey.
Right.
The federal government has approved it as a specialty distilled spirits since it was a hopped beer.
Yeah.
And instead of a low beer, it's a hopped beer. So we can't call it whiskey. The government would not let us put that on the label. So
It's just so unique and different that no one's gonna taste anything like that anyway.
No.
no.
They're not.
That's kind of stuff that I nerd out on.
Yeah. Well, this could fit on your bar back.
Yeah.
perfectly. Because when you tried the gin, how about the pepper brandy?
We might have some of that over there.
We probably have a few barrels of pepper brandy. We bought 60 Garrison Brothers bourbon barrels to start our aging process because they use 15-gallon barrels to start, and so did we. So we put up all of our jalapeno in these bourbon barrels, and this is actually distilled jalapeno, so basically it comes off as technically a brandy. So instead of calling it jalapeno brandy,
Jalapeno wine.
we're calling it pepper brandy.
All right.
Because what's funny is the jalapeno twang is gone and it finishes more like black pepper now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a really nice brandy with a black pepper finish
Still
to it.
fresh.
But you smell the
Fresh
jalapeno, don't
jalapeno
you?
for
You
sure.
smell the pepper.
Well, also the size of the barrels. I mean, I shot that out too because they're smaller.
With 15 gallon.
Yep. So it's definitely gonna make it get more character a lot faster.
Good stuff.
Sweet
Again,
smell. Sweet
one
jalapeno.
of a kind in the world,
Yeah.
right here in Comfort, Texas.
You know what I get on it? I get a little bit of that white corn because that's what they use.
In the Garrison Brothers. Yep.
You can smell it through the jalapeno.
Yep.
Really in there.
Yeah, the Garrison Brothers has been a great adjunct to our blending process because even our aged gin, James started it all in Garrison Brothers barrels and then moved it. So we almost did the Spanish Solera method of you move it barrel to barrel.
Yeah.
So we're doing that also. So we're doing a lot of variations on theme.
Yeah.
We're using toasted, we're using charred, we're using American, we're using European, we're using Solera method.
Until
Because
Sunday.
we're learning as we go what works for what we do.
Let's go look at the. We'll show them the
Yeah, let's talk about it.
blocks.
We learned by accident because I bought a few Romanian oak barrels because they were on sale.
Why not?
I bought them because they're cheap.
Yeah.
It turns out that after years, when we start pulling our samples for our cask finished, the Romanian oak ended up being the best tasting barrel every time. So we had to go back and research and say, okay, why? All right. Charred American oak, but charred primarily is used for American whiskey and bourbon because they need to smooth their product out. And the charcoal does that, and the heavy char does that, brings their product down to that beautiful finished bourbon. We start off so much smoother. You tasted our single distillation product. It's so much smoother than a vodka or anything that's a single run.
Creamier.
So it's like, okay, we're really more like wine. Toasting works better for us. What's the best wine oak out there? French oak. Second is Hungarian, third is Romanian, and it goes down from there. But we said, okay, toasting works great for us, and so does European oak. Well, we can't afford European oak. A French barrel starts at $1,100 a barrel,
Oh, yeah.
and they go up to $3,000 for a single barrel.
It's up there.
So we actually have a guy right down the road that said, I will get you French oak and we'll cut it for you. So they cut French oak into 1-inch cubes. That's now 6 square inches. It's all about the surface area of the cube relative to the amount of alcohol. The smaller the barrel, the faster the aging.
Yeah,
That's why you saw the
exactly.
15-gallon barrels. So you get so much more wood to your alcohol, to your liquid. So this guy cut up all this French oak for us. And for less than the cost of 1 French barrel, I now have the surface area of 14 French barrels. And I can use them any way I want. I can char these. I can toast them to different.
Regular.
We put them into an oven and we toast them at 440. We toast them at 400. We toast them at 360. And each one of those pulls out different flavors. So now we're actually creating our own custom blends. We use a lot of 400-degree oak because that really seems to be the sweet spot for us. But we'll add a little bit of 360.
It's also so much more dense than American
Oh,
oak.
absolutely. Now,
That's the beauty of that too, because it doesn't let as much of the liquid in, and yours is already
yeah.
soft stuff. It's not grainy, so it's softer. And you need that.
And it's funny. You want to see how do you learn?
taste it.
Okay, so this is raw oak, no toasting. This is 360 degree, that's 400. And here's 440. So if you want to know what your product does, you make a batch. You know, so this is our product put up in the different oaks, and you can taste them in each one of them. You know, like the lighter the toast brings out your lighter elements, like your vanilla. The heavy toast brings out the almond and the other heavier toast flavor. So we want to use, what do you call it, a combination of these. Show you a cool experiment. This was put up months ago, 1 cube. There's 1 French cube floating in this alcohol.
The color of
A
it.
couple of cups. Now, unfortunately, James did not put a date on it. I slapped him and said, you know what?
Calling you out on the
You're
show.
killing my experiment.
That's probably
So I said, do me another one. So this is cactus at 400 degrees, and it was put up on the 3rd of October. Now he put it in a hell of a lot more alcohol.
Yeah.
But that's 1 cube that's been in there a little over 6 weeks.
Look at the color on it.
Now I want you to smell it. See, it's still got a little astringency to it, but
Yeah,
it's starting to develop.
You still get your nice prickly pear on the nose. They're fresh.
Yes, but check out
But you can
check out something that's over 6 months old.
Oh.
See the difference? We are learning.
But it's
that-
like so oaky now.
well, exactly.
But in a good way. It's almost
In a
it's
good
almost
way.
Like, it's almost like right.
But it's
that's like
also
a brandy.
1 cube and a lot less alcohol.
Yeah.
So
True,
you're
yeah,
getting
it's-
more dominant oak.
Yeah.
But we're learning there's 2 things involved. One of them is called oaking. The other one is age. You can make the product turn out just like that.
Yeah.
But you don't get the depth of flavor
Because that's all
unless
that.
it's time. So that's why nobody has beaten. There's all kinds of experiments going on, but nobody has beaten time yet.
Okay.
They're trying all kinds of processes,
chipping,
pressure,
all that.
and heat, and all these other ways. But time counts.
Nothing beats old-fashioned hard
That's,
work.
you know what? They've done it for
They gotta
hundreds of
work.
years.
That
That's
way.
right. But if you were
You
to,
gotta let it work.
but what's funny is if you were to smell and taste all of these samples here, you would see the different flavors that would come off of each one of these. You know, it's amazing that raw oak imparts a hell of a really good flavor. That's uncooked oak.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Like real sweet.
And then here we go at 360. This brings up, yeah, this is going to bring out more of your lighter, your vanilla. Now let's go to 440. This is going to bring out your almond. See, it's going to be out your heavier. This is going to be more like,
And nuttier.
this is, nuttier, almondy, more like wild turkey. Because they go to a 5
Little,
sharp.
yeah. The harder, the heavier.
Good stuff.
Come on here.
But look at that color.
But I like the oak on it.
Yeah, but see, that's why we can't just go with 400. We need to go dominant 400, but in some 440 and some 360 so that you get those different layers of flavor.
That's light. Like real light.
Mm-hmm.
There's like it's that one's actually the most.
80 proof.
Yeah, that's why most simplistic thing I've had. But people could drink that. That is smooth.
See,
all
yeah.
night.
Get it on.
And it's
no,
cool.
no aftertaste, no back taste,
It's
no
so cool.
burn down.
People don't really realize like it can taste like hotter or cooler. That tastes like a breeze.
Yeah.
What am I talking about?
Nice and
Right?
light. A breeze.
So we haven't tasted these in a long time.
Yeah.
Now get how much lighter and the vanilla and the floral comes out on the 360. So you got the nutty.
Way more floral.
Yes, and you'll taste vanilla.
I smell it already. Barely any prickly pear.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit hint in the back.
See,
The essence of the
this is
raw.
this is where the cask finish is going.
Yeah.
You know, when you go to a 3 or 4, now we're getting approaching 5-year blend. You know, we're going to end up with a very nice product.
Also start doing the levels of complexity you do that doing other finishes could be really
Yeah.
really cool.
because this is so much more delicate than the 440.
Yeah.
You thought the 440 was smooth, and yet this is like almost.
That's buttery.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, like real buttery.
So pretty cool.
360 to the 440.
Have you all done anything where you start like,
Not yet.
wait for it?
Yeah. Wait.
Another
I'll
brewery,
just
start
sit there
mixing
thinking
up,
about
and you start mixing up and seeing like now you're doing your own like blends.
You see all these little crazy labs?
Yeah, I see it.
All kinds of things going on. All kinds of things going on. Well, that's it, dude.
That is awesome. You guys gotta come check out Hill Country Distillers.
We're out
Come
here
hang
all
out
the
with them. They're always here. You can come ask them any questions. They're super cool, and it's just such a friendly spot to be at. You know, come out. Come for Texas, man. It's time to, come drink up, see all the experimental stuff they're doing, because there's something here that you will enjoy. Because there's so much of a variety here. It's awesome. So yeah, guys. Till next time, let's drink up.
Thank you, Richie.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's go have another.
Definitely.
Hey guys, there's also an amazing food truck out here at Hill Country Distillers, Firehouse Fair. Come check them out. They make an amazing Scotch egg that they're very well known for. You guys know I'm a Scotch guy, and that's my #1 love, besides everything else I like drinking up. But come check them out. We're about to do a little 3-course signature stuff that they make. So check it out. Let's eat up.
So this is my little makeshift on a pico. It's got onions, tomatoes, jalapenos, lime juice. I actually use some of their lime dulce in it. And this this is a mixture of lime juice, lemon juice, lime dulce, and lemon dulce. That's what's all that's cooking there. This here, we do our take on, we call it a Mexican shrimp cocktail.
These guys,
I love my life.
they
I love my life.
they
It's awesome.
do gourmet. We've done pairing dinners here, and they'll do the dinners. I mean, we've done 5-course pairing dinners with these guys here at the distillery. You need to come to the next one. Yeah.
We do 4 courses paired with 4 of their drinks. So I get with Esme the week ahead of time. We figure out what we're gonna do. We've done everything from coffee, cocoa, cayenne crusted pork tenderloin to ribeyes, shrimp, surf and turf. We did one year. We did a small fillet that was paired with a butter poached lobster tail. It was out of this world.
This
Here
ain't no
is-
food truck.
dude. Oh my
There is
Gourmet eating.
Yeah, gourmet food truck. Look at that. Look at the presentation just for coming out and chilling.
talking about the Brussels sprouts. I do 3 of these. I go through 3 of these every Sunday.
Yeah.
They go so crazy here.
Yep.
It's our version of a ceviche, a shrimp ceviche. We've got a little bit of shredded lettuce. You've got a little bit of my homemade pico, along with some avocado and cooked ceviche. And the ceviche is cooked in lemon juice, lime juice. Plus, we take some of their lemon dulce and lime dulce together and mix it all together. That's what we cook the shrimp in.
So it's drunk shrimp.
Yep, they're drunk shrimp.
A little bit of that
And you'll have to excuse me on this one because I ran out of
citrus,
those
beautiful
little
body.
cups.
The avocado just gives
So
it
there
a
is
little bit
another one right there for you guys to
I'm
share
stealing this.
into.
Yeah. Oh man. It's delicious. Little herbs on it. Just eat it up, guys.
Gotta have some.
Something like to snack on while you've been drinking heavy. But it's not too much, you know.
All right. Our last little munchie basket, and these are some of my best sellers. We'll go through a case and a half of Brussels sprouts a week. Take them, cut them into quarters, fry them to where they almost look burnt, and then pull them out. We take an aged balsamic, and then smell that.
Oh,
Smoked sea salt.
beautiful smoke.
Smoked sea salt, it comes off of the Kauai trees in Hawaii.
This man happens to love smoke.
That smoked sea salt is just the
That
topping
balsamic?
on it.
Yeah, but that balsamic though, it's a mixture. It goes amazing, and it
That
goes good
balsamic is like candy.
with y'all's old-fashioned, well, style of old-fashioned.
Oh, yeah.
What they made. cameraman, you know, wants to eat too.
And now, if you guys are still hungry, we make a great bacon cheeseburger on a jalapeno cheese sourdough bun, Philly cheesesteak, gyros. We do weird stuff, and we love it. Life is good,
See how
man.
you can get a Brussels sprout hater
Yeah.
to eat Brussels
Yeah,
sprouts?
it's that balsamic though.
Oh
Y'all
yeah.
need some more shrimp in this? Because I got some more right here.
No,
He's
I'm a
not
big-
gonna tell me no.
I'm a big. Yeah. So you guys got to come check out Firehouse. Check them out.
Firehouse Fair.
Firehouse Fair, awesome. They're making amazing food. They're always something different. They're experimenting. They're making great things for you to come eat, and you can only get it here in Comfort, Texas. And come check out Hill Country Distillers because that's where they're going to be at. So, I mean, amazing food, amazing people, and we're drinking up, we're eating up, and make sure you're coming out for real. Do it. All right, guys, thanks for watching another Drink Up a Richie T episode. Make sure you're subscribing, commenting, telling me where you want me to go and check out. Make sure you check out the Instagram and Twitter where we're posting something new every single day. My podcast for Food and Beverage Magazine, which is on all platforms. And until next time, guys, drink up.